Also, it makes a great place to put nitrous in. Just kidding. What's up, guys? So I decided to do a very quick update video on the mini bike build. Can't really show you a whole lot because I haven't done a whole lot to it. Less talk, more showing. Alright, so here's what's been happening with the mini bike. Well, first off, you could probably see the upper tubes here, which are the seat / the upper brace for the frame. They're not terrible welds. I'm getting slightly better as I go along, which is positive. So how I did this is there's a mount on top of the engine on the head, and I did 2 1/4-inch tabs right here welded to this tube, obviously, and then this bolt grabs those and puts this mount in double shear. My idea is to test fire the engine, make sure it's going to work, and then once I'm sure it's going to work, I can pull the engine out again, flip the frame upside down, and weld the underside of everything I need to weld up. That way it's a lot easier. The engine does come out of the frame. It is a huge pain in the butt to get it back in the frame. However, it came out in probably 30 seconds, but it took me about an hour, and I'm not kidding, to get this back into this frame. It's very finicky how you have to set everything, and it's super procedural. You have to get it just right, and then it drops in. You can see here the bottom mount on the front and the bottom mount on the rear have a brace, so they're boxed in. These plates for the mounts are fully welded, and on the bottom here you'll see some nice welds running down, and then a squared off piece right here. This is actually steel C-channel. The thought process behind that is I was getting a lot of flex in this long section of frame because it's thinner tube, small tube, and I wanted to make it more rigid. So the plates helped quite a bit, actually, the engine mount plates, and then also this C-channel on the bottom side of each tube really helped stiffen it up. Before I could grab this and lift it and I could feel the frame flexing, I feel zero flex now. I can pick it up here or on the back. The frame is ultra rigid. You see all the wiring kind of laid out on the bike. We have our stock Warrior ignition, which I actually have the key to. Thank you, Mike. I just got to go pick it up. I'm just trying to lay out the wiring harness and see what I'm going to need to shorten, what needs lengthened, and that type of thing. This little guy here is a reverse shift lever. Yes, I am going to install this. Basically, I'm thinking about installing it right here. I'm just going to make a tab that comes down and weld that on with 2 bolts going through. And we'll have to probably trim our bracket down because the tie rod there wants to hit that, but that should be a simple fix. This also is locked out reverse. You actually have to lift up on the shifter to shift it. This is a really simple wiring harness compared to what I'm used to. This isn't a Subaru wiring harness for Volkswagen, that type of thing, so it's pretty dang simple. One other thing you might see, there's a giant elephant right in the middle of the bike, is this thing here. The reason for doing this is simply because when I put these tubes on, I was going to make them come level and then raise this up to match that. I was playing around with it and sitting on the bike in different configurations, and it was way too high to be level. Just by standing on the welding table and sitting on the bike, I could tell that it was going to be way too high. It's not exactly what I was picturing or imagining. So that is the overall main progress of what's been going on with the bike. Here's an added bonus to this video. We're actually going to start the mini bike with the quad engine in it right now for you. I'm going to pull the choke on. The carb definitely needs some tuning. I think it's running too lean. We have a little bit of gas in our ghetto gas can here, so that'll work. And here we go. And there's your added bonus for this video. Clearly it's not really running that great. It needs a little bit of carb work. I think I need to go richer on the jetting. Overall, we're doing pretty good. So there you have it. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next video.